this as well. I think at the same time, I think some of these teams are going towards some of these, I guess you could say, quote-unquote, easier heroes that you can land crowd control, that can set up the play. And Sunset is one of them great heroes with the ultimate, being able to fly around the map, go around the map.
Though that the Ogryn actually wasn't banned by either of these teams either, yes. But still we see counter picks like the Masashi come through, the Mutsu as well. But we may not be waiting too long for some kind of action. And there we go, Nabil getting the first blood onto Boom Dragon. So this is something that I took away from my prep yesterday, that Falcons generally have a great early game. And it's currently showing here with that first blood for Nabil is huge for Team Falcons.
The big thing here is actually Clue starting off in the top side. We don't normally see this a lot.
But here we are. There is a potential 2v2.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Going heavily in Boom's favor. You just called it out there, Stu, that Angela does sit in those bushes, and she is phenomenal, which was a great play by Boom.
Really nice rotation as well by Dragon. I was talking about maybe her sitting in the river, maybe her sitting in the mid lane. I don't think Falcons was expecting her to be sitting in the clash lane.
No. Pressure, we're seeing a lot of pressure already on the farm lane as we see the first stage of the Tyrant come up. Jizzix is already in the pit of the Tyrant, and we see that Mutsu is trying to keep them away, same as the Sun Tzu as well. But oh, there is a crucial kill theft from Team Falcons. But is that going to be a crucial trade here? Because we're already 2-0. It's a 2-1 trade now over to the side of Team Falcons. But we already seen that Sofiane is looking pretty low. Mutsu not quite yet ready to give that kill. And Clue also looking pretty low. Here comes Boom Dragon in with a blazing brilliance, and then Mutsu picks up another kill onto the Durenji. It is just Wawa alone in that farm lane T1 right now. This could set up the T1 takedown.
Yeah, they suffered a little bit there, Falcons. They were really going for, as you mentioned, that steal onto that Tyrant. They were able to get that steal. They were able to get the bonus damage. But because they had to go super aggressive and try and go for that steal, they were a little bit behind in terms of the tempo. And again, Boom Esports to Andrew again, the crowd control that we were talking about during the...
of Boom Esports, which is now going to really open up that side lane and mean that it's going to be not so much safer for Falcon Sofiane in the bot lane. But here we go, Ray Wawa here on the 2v3 onto Boom Esports. Sunset coming around as well. The boat does come through. Boom taking another kill thanks to the blazing brilliance. And this is going to be a T2. And then the setup's already there. And then allow Miji or allow Jizzix to go in and just clean up with that close quarter combat. We've seen a lot of pressure going onto Sofiane in the back lane, but there we go. Jizzix goes in with the ultimate onto the monkey there, and Sofiane looking pretty low, but Ray takes another L in the team fight. Boom Esports actually 8 kills to 2 right now, and that
over it's 3.
He wants to clear the minion waves. Toshi's just being given a free T2 there. I'm not too sure what's happening here, Stu.
Yeah, I think Wawa is trying to play the flank at the moment. Wawa's trying to stay on the back line, trying to get a little bit of flank, but the build going a bit too far forward again. You can't step that far forward against the Arlie. Her mobility that she's able to bring to Boom Esports at the moment is just way too much. Even Sansa diving in, Musashi into the back line as well. The Durenji has to flash away, but still dies underneath the crystal. Sansa stays alive, but it's a 1-for-1 trade, but they will happily take that trade with the minions pushing into the clash lane. They're going to be able to get this high ground tower. And Boom Esports, this is a completely different Boom Esports than what we saw yesterday. They look confident, they look aggressive, and they're looking to try and finish this game.
They are pretty much looking for that, Stu, but it's currently a 2-1 trade right now. We do have Sofiane on the 3-second death timer, and obviously Jizzix with that fantastic the goal on that engage to go straight under the crystal, but he did get that higher ground turret. So I believe the trade for Boom's life for that high ground turret is going to play very well and definitely in the favor for Boom Esports. But Dragon just picking up kills from these bushes left, right, and center, Stu. They are using this Angela brutally, and we are going to get a no, they do deny the kill theft onto the Shadow Overlord this time around. So this could be what Falcons need to try and give some pressure into these side lanes. But we do see that Ray falls down once more, not quite escaping these jungle objectives, getting out of these neutral objectives alive.
are going to try and look to get that one last team fight to try and win this game.
Yeah, we got a very valiant effort here from Wawa, trying to get the T2 onto the side lane in that clash lane, but Jizzix knew and is going to go here to try and shut down the Wawa, but currently already taking a big beating is Wawa, and there we go, Midget is coming around with a little bit of a helpful hand to take that 2v1 and able to stop the Jizzix falling down on the side of Boom Esports, but 14 kills would have been. So again, we could be seeing the first 20-minute match of this mid-season Invitational. But Miji here going against the Ray as well. Ray looking pretty low. Toshi is into the back here. Ray just about escaping with his life thanks to that shield. And because Angela and Motsu's angle in there wasn't quite as well positioned as it should have been, they probably would have been able to take it out if they was able to just get a clear sight onto Ray. But again, we're still seeing it. Team Falcons are still in it. There's a 7.8k gold difference right now.
A little bit into this late game. The problem is, as you mentioned before, I think it's a little bit too late. I think they've just lost so much in terms of momentum, in terms of just pure map control. You know, Boom Esports have the whole map control. I think they're just waiting at the moment for these next major objectives to spawn. As you can see, the Shadow Overlord has been spawned. Falcons are trying their best to try and step up and try and defend and try and take away this Overlord, because if that Shadow Vanguard comes in, it could be the end for them.
It's going to have to be a very well-played team fight here by the side of Team Falcons. Already been down 8k gold, but they are trying to whittle down the health of Jizzix, but he does have the Sage's Sanctuary. Wawa is down, so it's already a 5v4 matchup here. We see that Michi's gone straight into the back of the line there, trying to do some damage onto Sophian, but he still has that Sage's Sanctuary. Nabil goes down as well. This could be the potential end here, the curtain call for Team Falcons, as we see both the side lanes have the minions here, Stu. Jizzix still has that Sage's Sanctuary, is able to bait those abilities. We see that Boom Esports are probably looking for the final strike here onto the side of Team Falcons, and click, click, boom! Esports getting that first dub on the board today.
Boom Esports keeping their dreams alive. A much-needed victory for them, but the road doesn't end here as well. They still also need to try and win